kinds of sex, it has all two sides to it.
Right.
On the one hand, it concentrates just on the physical, not on the love. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, it makes us more tolerant to understand other people's sexuality. Mm-hmm. Do you see that?
Well, yeah, there's all kinds of sexual therapy available. There's all kinds of beneficial, information that is being applied. But there's so many centuries that you have of repression, and where that the repression has created such diverse, I would say, abuses in this area. And it's only because of repression and lack of expression that you've created these criminal tendencies through sexual abuse and even overindulgence. Because in your society, they don't understand that the key to a real harmonic existence is balance and harmony. If you become fanatical, even in an extreme way of becoming a health food fanatic, or not drinking or not having sex, you're still repressing natural tendencies to do things because you're trying to create this perfection that you're not going to find in this world. Mm-hmm. And in this world, you have to realize, being a physical human being, you have to allow yourself to participate in what you would consider negative or positive kind of situations, but with a balance and a understanding of your limitations. And overindulgence is the real danger of anything. Mm-hmm. And becoming a fanatic is the other side, which is also not balanced. So you have to find your own individual balance. And that's something that I couldn't tell each individual what it is. That's something they have to figure for themselves. But I think that it's the judgment and criticism comes in again. If you're a perfect vegetarian and you don't smoke and you don't drink and you don't do this, and then you're looking at the other person and thinking they're wrong because they do these things, that's still criticism, it's still judgment. You're fanatical, and therefore you're not balanced, and it's not letting the other person be. And that's what I mean by acceptance.
So you don't have to judge about other people. You have to accept them like they are.
Animals are living, plants are living, they're all living essences. They serve a certain purpose, and it's your decision to choose to eat or to do whatever you do with your life, and nobody has a right to say anything but you.
Right. Okay, another topic, technology on Venus. Do you have technology like we have in science fiction movies, like little computers?
Sure.
And communicators and beaming? Can you?
We have all of these abilities. We have our great, huge spaceships, which are like cities. We have the smaller craft. They can disappear within minutes because they have the ability to go into the other dimensions. They change their frequency, their vibration, or their energy. What you would consider far-out kind of science fiction technology, we do have. But to us, it's kind of natural, and it only comes with a great awareness because it's a technology that works within the same means as all creation. It works with natural means and energy, with not artificial fuels. It doesn't deplete the system because it works in harmony with the universe. It's a kind of resonating magnetic energy that we have harnessed. And a lot of it has to do with the advancement of our thinking process.
Could we have this technology if we were spiritually more advanced? Or
when you start to understand the energy that flows through your body from the other dimensions, it flows 24 hours a day. Most people doesn't know it, and so therefore it's wasted. And wherever you put your attention, you're sending your energy. And if you're focusing your energy on a negative aspect of life, or fears, if you're putting out fears about wars, you're actually reinforcing these wars and these negative things with your energy. And I teach the people
not to concentrate on the war.
I tell them that, instead you do a meditation and you send blessings and love to this area, and we create a spiritual united force, and this will end this because you're not reinforcing it with your attention and your fears. And I teach them in the workshop how to feel the energy from the body, and I teach them all the different locations on the body where these energy points are, where the energy enters from the different dimensions.
Is it the same like the chakras?
Yeah, and then I teach them also what the different dimensions, what effect this energy has on their function as a human being.
But this is knowledge that is pretty old on Earth too.
Yeah,
about the
actually
chakras.
It's older than the Earth, yeah.
So you are not the first who gave it to us.
No, but what I do is
here.
I give a simple, I give a simple explanation that's not complicated, and because I try to keep everything in a simple, explanation where that it's understandable, and it also relates to you and your functions as a human being so that you understand it. It's not something so strange that you have no clue what I'm talking about, you know.
Right. And you're not using technology from Venus to impress people, you know, or say, here's the proof that I'm from Venus or something. You don't...
No. I think that this is something that's totally unnecessary because it's kind of sensationalism, which I get enough of that already. The sensational aspect is not as important as the information and the truth for the individual, for their own individual conviction.
But that means people still have to believe in what you say. They can say, oh, she's...
No, I want to teach them to believe in themselves,
yeah.
you know.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they believe in me or not, you know.
Right. Uh-huh.
My knowledge speaks for itself, you know.
I think it does, yes. But some people don't want to believe.
But I have a faster heartbeat, you know. I carry my children a lot longer. I manufacture my own calcium. I'm now on my third set of teeth.
Third set of teeth.
I have 4.
Can we do that too?
Well, you know, you have a lot of abilities, but you've been convinced by your medical society and the media that this is damaging to your health, that's damaging to your health. You only live to be 65, then you're put out, you know, on a retired, you're not able to function anymore. And the people believe this, and this is how they become. And I don't believe this 100%, you know. I'm 50 years old, and I still enjoy myself as much as any 20-year-old, you know. And have as much energy, and I can drink and have a cigarette or do whatever I want to do and control it, and also know that it's not going to create this damage in my body.
Can you say something about cancer and AIDS, these diseases?
Well, some of them I think are created, by your governments.
Like AIDS?
Yeah, I think originally it was created to eliminate what they would call undesirable societies or in certain countries. And I think that it backfired because it got carried back to the source, you know, which is kind of a befitting kind of, what would you call, punishment. When they start to use their technology in societies to improve on what the Creator has created, which they do many times, it always is the destruction and the downfall of a civilization.
So genetic engineering is the same. They want to improve something, and that's perfect already.
Right, and they don't accept, they don't realize or see the perfections. They think these imperfections they look at, but I look at the imperfections as unique qualities that we have to appreciate, you know.
So diseases are just misconceptions or something?
Some of them are created by the media, and they write books about the warnings about this causes cancer, that causes cancer, and of course if the people build this into their belief system, then they create this disease in their own bodies out of their fear.
So it's their thoughts that manifests.
If they really believe it, you know. And see, this is it. Whatever you believe and whatever you put into your mind, and you really accept it as truth, then it becomes a part of what you are. And if you really know within yourself that this is nonsense, I don't accept that, that's dangerous for me, but I won't overindulge. I will just protect, you know, whatever I may enjoy myself, and I don't believe that this will create an illness. Of course, it'll create an illness if you overindulge and you damage yourself. But I think that it's a way of keeping the chemical companies and the doctors and so on functioning here.
It's about greed and money.
It all comes back down to the basic, yeah.
Right.
Because human beings used to live a lot longer, and they didn't have so many illnesses that they have now.
Shouldn't die at the age of 75 or something.
No, I don't think so. I hope not.
What we do have to do is change our thinking, our perception.
Yeah, I teach the people not just how to believe, but how to know certain things. And there's a difference in believing and knowing.
You talked about fear being a part of it, that we are getting...
The fear is the biggest tool they have in your societies for controlling. It's used in your churches, it's used in your schools, it's used in your families, and you even have a fear of death. It's a fear, you know. It's the whole key to the controlling of what's happening. So, and if people can overcome the fear, you know, when you realize that you die, well, physical body dies, but the essence of you is just transition. It's a transition from one existence to another. And then you learn there what you can't perceive here, what you can't understand here.
But you have to come back to learn again.